Hi everybody, and today I'm gonna tell you about heat. Today we're gonna have today we're gonna have two major things we're gonna talk about. First of all, we're gonna talk about the transformation of heat, and second, we're gonna talk about the types of expansion, thermal expansion, and others. First of all, we're gonna talk about the transfer of heat. First of all, convection. Convection can be found within a liquid, which can be your water, or it can be within a gas, which can be an oxygen, nitrogen, helium, and other gases. Next, we're gonna have radiation. It is when we don't have matter to carry heat. For example, radiation is an example when you put your hand on a fire. That's radiation. It radiates your body. Near a fire, you get warm near a fire. That is radiation. There's no matter, but the fire, but the warmness still generates to you. That is radiation. Finally, is conduction. Conduction is between two touching objects. For example, you're holding a metal stick and you put it onto a roaring fire. The hotness seeps into the stick and then suddenly you burn your hand. That's conduction. It conducts heat because metal is absolutely everything conductible. It can conduct electricity, true, and it also can conduct heat. Also, it can go through a flow of air without, stopping. It can also, if it's a hollowed out stick of metal, it can also let water pass through. Then we're gonna talk about the types of expansion. First of all, thermal expansion. Thermal expansion is when the temperature expands. For example, there was only 50 degrees Fahrenheit in the room and you want it to be colder. So you use thermal expansion and change the temperature to minus 132 degrees Fahrenheit. That's thermal expansion. Next, we're going to talk about area expansion. For example, we have a rectangle with the area of 32 square centimeters, and now we want it to be larger, so we expand it by approximately 68 square centimeters, in which now the rectangle has the area of 100 square centimeters. Next, volume expansion. Well, it's kind of like area expansion, but volume expansion, this is a low noise, a very low noise. For example, ooh, but it changes into a higher noise. Ooh. So that's volume expansion. Next, linear expansion. For example, you have a metal rod and you put it on fire. The rod suddenly turns very, 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 the rod suddenly turns very, 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 very long. Like when you're holding a rod in front of a fire, suddenly you see the tip turning longer and longer. That's linear expansion. So those are the two types of heat. And as you can see in the middle is a heat source. It is a light bulb. It's Thomas Edison's heat source. there are other types of heat sources as well. For example, this is an LED light. Or if I have a lighter and I light it in a blackout, the lighter is a heat source. Or if we have these fire shooting guns already. If we use a fire thrower and kind of like just throw fireballs at a chair or something, then the chair is a fire source or a heat source because it radiates heat. And if we just turn on the flamethrower without shooting any fire, then the flamethrower is a heat source. There are many types of heat and heat sources. So that's the end of today's video, and see you next time with the next part of Tommy's Amazing Science. Bye bye.